Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Pizza Powerform preview. I am Brian Hernandez with PMQ Pizza Magazine, the U.S. Pizza team, and I'm also here with Alessio Lacco, co-founder and co-owner of the Atlanta Pizza Truck in, I guess, Atlanta, Georgia, right?
Yeah,
it's the best. It's the best clue right there. So sorry, I think we should be live everywhere now, so we can kind of get into it. So Alessio Lacco of the Atlanta Pizza Truck, say hello to the world. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Hey, Brian, thank you for having me on this segment here. And happy 4th of July, everybody. So we are here live in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm Alessio Lacco, professional Neapolitan pizza maker who came to the States about 10 years ago. 10 to 12, actually. Time goes very, very fast. And always making Neapolitan pizza. I start in 2020. I decided to open my Atlanta Pizza Truck, where I import a 3-wheel Ape car, something that is very from my very very Italian, and we do catering, private party, graduation. We're very involved in the movie industry as well, and we love it because the people that we met, it's every day somebody more interesting. It's honestly an amazing job. I've been always working in pizzerias, but this is honestly bringing like a new life, a new opportunity for us.
That's great, and I mean, I'm glad you brought it up, and I'm going to try to show people here. I am doing horrible at this. I did not even have this ready to go, which is, I do apologize, but there's the pizza truck, the ape car that he was talking about.
Yeah.
For some reason, man, whenever I picture this in my head, I always picture it with pedals. I don't know why. It's got pedals at the front, and I know it's not that, but I mean, it's and that's kind of a really kind of a great segue into this, is that we're here to talk about leveraging technology.
Yes.
And, building the pizzeria of the future. I mean, this is going to be what you're going to be talking about at the Pizza Powerform in Atlanta, Georgia, September 4th and 5th. Everybody can register for pizzapowerform.com. You also get the QSR show and the FSR show. So 3 big restaurant shows covering the whole industry: quick service, full service, and pizza. So now that that plug's out of the way, it was really funny that, you go from that to talking about leveraging technology. I think it's because I always pictured it with pedals. That's why I'm like, oh, it's so rudimentary. But another really cool thing, though, is that you got this thing certified by the AVPN or VPN?
Yes. AVPN, the Verace Pizza Napoletana Association. And, to go back on the Pizza Forum, I'm very, very excited that, something like that is coming to Atlanta, because when you think about pizza, you think about New York, Miami, Los Angeles, Naples. You never think about Atlanta as a pizza city. And, when I start this Ape car in Atlanta, a lot of folks were like, where are you going with that? This is not the right concept or the right city, but you're really gonna, prove yourself and show that, in this case, it's a technology, but it comes from the past, because the Ape car is like a 3-wheel. It's an evolution of the Vespa. It's a Vespa pickup that the Italians use after the World War II to, move things around. And that technology that was in the past, we're using today to bring catering to people. And also be part of the VPN and be the first certified truck, because when we have the conversation with them, it was like, you cannot be certified. To be certified, you need to have a pizzerias, and I'm like, I do everything exactly as a pizzeria without having 4 walls around me. I have a certified mixer. I'm certified myself. I got the oven, the technique. I'm just missing 4 walls around me. Conversation took like 2 years to convince them to be like, this is how the future is gonna go. You can still be certified. You can still make good quality product on the go and bring in directly to people's house without, this is an evolution of the pizzeria. A lot of people, go still to the pizza place. It doesn't mean that I'm taking like pizzeria's business, but this is like an extension of what a pizzeria can become.
Well, and like you said, you're big into the movie catering side of it, for lack of a better term. But it is very much a pizza comes to you, it teeters on the edge of catering. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you can also hit those live events too. I mean,
oh yeah.
And I'll never get the image out on the front pedaling to the next spot. I am so sorry, man. I did not expect that to come up and derail me so much. So, I think that's great. And you were the first one who got that certification, right?
Yes, first one. Okay. Certification to be like mobile pizza on the wheel.
Right.
The AVPN actually created a certification with me to make sure we hit all the important points of to have a certification in the first place.
That's awesome. So with that, you said you wanted to preserve the old style, but you're also bringing it up new. I know you're delving into technology yourself, but technology, building the pizzeria of the future, what is that? And how long are we going to be, is it going to take us to go from like the mechanical makeshift arms to actual robots walking around with pizzas and actually making them like humanoids?
I'm very thrilled about how the future is going to look in technology in every aspect. And in my opinion, it's like in the pizza world, how those new technology, today we see ChatGPT, and how that will, translate on everything that we do. Because right now it's we have a text to text or text to image. In the future, it's going to be actually performing something that it's ours, how a robot can really replicate what we do, which it really is going to take a long time. I don't see that impossible. I see a very challenging things, which that's what humanity, that's what we do. We like to challenge ourselves. But I see a lot of technology today, for example, like the rotating oven. It's not really taking a job away from people, but it helps the pizzeria and the pizzaiolo to have something a little bit more standardized, where there is not a lot of mistake that you can make. Because I remember working in a traditional pizzeria with a regular wood fire oven. I burn so many pizzas. I break so many pizzas. Now, it's a little bit less because, of course, you got technology. So waste product, you don't waste as before. Also, you still gonna make a pizza that it's, I want to say standardized, but a little similar to the previous one. So you can give it to the customer a really quality product. And I see a lot of technology that they try to solve a problem, but they don't. They actually add more steps. I see pizza pressing, where you still need to pick up the dough, put in the machine, stretch a bit, and I'm as a pizza maker, it does let me do my job. You are not.
That's I like that you went down this avenue with it, because honestly, it wasn't what I was expecting. So that's perfect, because this is what we're trying to get people to think. Is my main takeaway from that was technology doesn't always mean robots. You're talking about very simple technologies, incorporating them into the everyday part of it, like the rotating oven. I'm like, well, yeah, it's a great technology. I don't know. I think with today, people kind of go towards sci-fi already, but I've definitely wanted to race one of those little pizza making machines. I like how you put it, that it adds steps. It's now, instead of just me making this pizza, I got to sap it. I'll put it in there, wait for it to do, sure, I could be getting other things ready, but at a certain point, you could be waiting for that technology. So it's a matter of less about replacing and more about enabling or helping, assisting.
The same is the mixer. Neapolitan pizza, when it started, people were mixing by hands, and now they have a very technology mixer that goes, 1 speed, 2 speed, going back, removing the dough, and also the dough rolling. So there's a lot of technology that is helping the pizzaiolo to make an easy job, a better job. Some technology they helps, some they don't. But the market eventually will decide which one is going to pick up, yes or not. And go ahead.
No, I was just going to say again, it's just the simple things that, I mean, they are technology. I took it for granted as the mixers were there. You know what I mean? I haven't been doing a lot of the pizza history, and I mean, when I first started, I did slap out by hand or mix my dough by hand because I wanted that experience. It's hard. it's hard when you're trying to make a lot of pizzas. So,
and that's something that show on the AVPN course, for example. AVPN is really try to be traditional on Neapolitan pizza. So they teach you how to stretch the dough by hands, which is amazing because you really have a feeling. And I feel like when you embrace technology, you yourself need to also understand how to make that product without technology behind, to understand what's go in and what's go out and how you can fix it. Because if the mixer broke down, did you know how to mix a batch by dough? If the oven doesn't rotate anymore, can you turn a pizza? So because then, if we really take technology where, we do everything now to ChatGPT, hey, write this email and told this, then we don't know how to talk anymore. We don't know how to make a pizza anymore. So we need to embrace in a way that we don't really feel left over from, the technology, how it moves.
Right. Well, that's, again, it's, I think, kind of summed it up. It's not about replacing people. It's about assisting them and helping them do their job better. But again, I can get behind. I fear change. It scares me. So I've used ChatGPT a couple times, and I always feel bad about doing it because I'm feeding the beast. But I always say please and thank you because I'd rather be a pet than one of the other ones when they rise up and take over the world. So I'm planting that seed. I'm a fun pet. I can do tricks. Yeah. All right. So now that we sufficiently scared ourselves, without taking a whole bunch more time, guys, we're just going to jump over. You, as I said, you are also on the Perfecting Your Dough Tips and Tricks panel. And I was able to speak with Wilhelm Rodriguez of Papa's Pizza the other day. And we were talking about micro blistering, something that I've been trying to jump on board or figure out. And, his main thing was it's all about time. And then I turned around and I actually gave my dough. It was about 55 hours.
Wow.
But I was also using some Lasaf Relax Plus YF, so it's going to be tasty, or was tasty, I should say. But I'm making their video. I wanted them to know that I'm actually working on their stuff. There you go. So, but that being said, I was able to kind of turn around and take his advice, just some tips of just giving it a little more time and get instant results. What do you bring to this panel, Alessio? What are you going to talk about?
Me, I'm more like a purist about pizza dough. Coming from Naples, Italy, where even when you were stretching the dough, you need to stretch on the table. There's not so much as freestyle. It's not make something that people make 300-400 years ago. Keep making that recipe as close as you can and original it is. With the Elena Pizza Truck, I noticed a lot of challenge. I mean, making pizza in 100-degree weather here in Atlanta when it's summer, or January, February when it's 10 Fahrenheit. You need to be able to have the oven part, the dough part, and all the toppings and everything. That really helped me to understand better my dough. In terms of how much yeast or salt, the water, or even how the flour is storage and how is the rotation. There's a lot of parts going on when you're making the perfect dough. It's not just about the recipe or the tips that people will give you, but also understand the product that you're using it. There's a lot of variable in everything, like the way that the flour comes from Italy, shipping container, the way that it's placed on those containers, all the water that will accumulate on the ship, it really will change. Each bag it change. And once you go into that, you start to go crazy and you think even more and more. It's never ending. But what I try to do is always to bring a recipe that it's easy replicable in every circumstance you are, especially for what we do. We do consulting in Latin America a lot. We go to, for example, Bogota is 2,800 meters up to the sea level. This lacks oxygen, temperature is always the same. So like you gotta play with that. Then you go to Panama, which is like humidity is like 100%. You go to Cartagena, you go to Lima. So, and then you are in Atlanta, so you need to figure out how to have like a recipe that it can be replicated or adjust for where you are.
That's the tricky part, though. You say just have something. I mean, because nothing's going to be good everywhere. So it's a matter of taking the one thing you have and adjusting it and figuring out what works. So is that where you and consulting comes in? A good consultant, right?
And that's something where, again, it's like technology. How technology can help us to, figure it out all this problem solution. Hey, this is my daughter I'm doing in Florida. I want to open a place, even like in a different city. From Miami, I'm going to Orlando. It's two different weather. I cannot have the same dough recipe. I need to change how I can do that. And if we can feed that to a technology tool who can help you understand all these variables, that help us. It's not really replacing us, but it's helping us to do more.
All right. I mean, again, everything's cyclical and everything pizza feeds into itself. So, I mean, everything affects itself. It's just that Mobius strip of joy. I was going to say problems, but they're not. It's joy.
It's joy. It's no problems because as long as you got a solution, I mean, and plus on pizza, what problems we can have?
Exactly. That's why.
There's bigger problems.
Great. Well, we got a couple minutes here, so we're going to give everybody watching the chance to chime in and ask their questions here live. I might not have said that up front, but you guys can ask your questions here live in the comments and Facebook. And I think probably I'm not in the LinkedIn. Maybe I should start with looking at that. I apologize, guys. I'm new to all this. I'm old. I solely did Facebook. So I want to ask you just something off topic real quick. What's one of the funnest give me a celebrity pizza story, because you do a lot for because Atlanta's kind of the new Hollywood with all the tax breaks for, everybody's coming out there to film. I think Walking Dead was a big one, kind of opened everybody's eyes to everything's in Atlanta now.
I have a lot. It's so fun. You can see your favorite movie star in front of you. Some of them, they have a breakdown. I don't want to say a name because, I don't want to, ruin anybody's reputation here. Some of them are breakdown. Some of them you were thinking they were funny, or you got an idea of them that it went down. What I can say, for example, The Rock. I love him because we cater for Black Adam twice, and the second time he was there because it was his birthday. And he really have a strict diet, everything that he eating, but it was his cheat day and he chose pizza. And when somebody on and it's funny because yes, people think that pizza is not healthy. I'm eating pizza every day. I'm very fit. I'm very, you see all the Italians, Europeans eating pizza. So for me, it was funny there is people that think pizza is it's a cheat day. You can eat pizza every day. You don't need to, eat once a day. But I also like him because he took time to talk with us, to understand the business, what we were doing. Very human vibes. My team met with Zac Efron and the new movie that came out on Netflix right now is with Zac Efron and oh my gosh,
is it a wrestler or something? Some kind of wrestling movie?
The movie that came out right now was on Netflix, which I actually watch. Let me look really fast. And Nicole Kidman was Zac Efron, Nicole Kidman. They didn't recognize them, and they just told me, "Oh no, we see some people that look famous come to us and." Congratulate us about the pizza, how good it was. And I wasn't there, and I was like, you guys understand who they are, who they were? And it was fun. It was very, very fun.
Yeah, I think that's the coolest part. I think celebrities sometimes when they're not noticed or
They are more easygoing. Like I met another celebrity, which she was in the show of Shameless.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
the black woman, Shamel, I think is her name. But I meet her in the Bahamas doing a consulting. Then she come to Atlanta, and I was like, "You remember me? Of course I do. I love your pizza. Oh my gosh, you're catering for me again." Like you start to develop like a connection where they're celebrity, but they're just like us. I mean, like, and
Doogie Howser.
yeah, and here like Patrick, it was so. I watched How I Met Your Mother from the first episode to the last one. I can tell you that he's the same funny guy that you see on the show. Like he's charismatic, he's funny, he's 100% how you see on TV.
Yeah, well, that's great. I do like the one where I guess in Cobra Kai you were making all the pizzas for Daniel's son, so that's
Cobra
pretty cool.
Kai, that was our first gig where they call us because they had basically they have to make a pizza for an episode. So they ask us and say, "Hey, we need 20, 30 pizzas. Just keep making." But then it's funny because they try the pizza. It's like, "Oh, this is actually good. We want everybody on the set to try and eat." And something that was like a prompt become like a catering. And then we have everybody on the staff coming outside, see the truck, talking to us. I'm like, what are you guys actually making it? Like how this is done? Like pizza is really like the start of a conversation. People are very interesting on what you're doing, how you're doing, because I mean Daniel's son and William, they're great actors, but can they make pizza?
No. And that was the beauty of it. His house had a built-in wood-fired pizza oven in the wall.
Yeah.
So kudos to the owner of that house. Good for you. Yeah.
We went to the actual house, which is in Atlanta, in Marietta. But where we were was a studio, so the oven was actually fake.
Oh, wow.
But we went to the actual house, which is an Airbnb, and we catered
okay.
the house. So everybody that wants to, Airbnb in the Cobra Kai house, they can choose our service, and we'll come there and make the pizza in that oven.
All right, I got a couple questions over here from the Twitters, the Instagrams. Have you ever heard of Pizza Princess G on Twitch? I don't know. It sounds familiar. I don't know that, but somebody else, Nutbelly Pizza, said I noticed more yeast, high altitude, and less sea level. Is that something?
Say that again.
You use more yeast at a high altitude and less at sea level.
Yeah, and that's because you got less oxygen. And the yeast is a living organism and need, sugar, oxygen to live. So the same way when you go, every time I go to Bogota, I feel sick for a couple of days because my body is not used to high altitude. This is the same with the yeast. The yeast is a live organism. Okay. You need more. Easy.
Awesome. Wheels of Fire Pizza Co. says, hey guys from the UK, I need to stop by there maybe next time. Seriously, I almost went there after my Italy trip. So I did want to say Uncle Rico's Pizza, again, Latinos in pizza, and a pizza emoji, arm emoji, pizza emoji. We're going to talk about that later with Sophia. You guys are getting ready to go on a vacation, and when you guys get back, we'll talk about what she's speaking about and also Latinos in pizza. So that's going to be great.
We're going to a work vacation. We are going first time in El Salvador. It's a country that, we follow and see how embracing like technology, new policy. We go there to see a little bit what they're doing. A lot of people are scared that we are going there, but I've been to a lot of Latin American countries. I've been to Quito during a coup in January. The day before, I see CNN say, don't go to Quito, like there's gang, everybody try to kill each other. We were the next day. And of course, we try to don't do any trouble or nothing like that. Like you got to be careful, but I'm used to, danger, I guess.
It might also be you don't have an American accent either, which makes you less of a target.
I'm Italian, I'm European, I make pizza, I come in peace.
Yeah. We tend to be loud and obnoxious everywhere we go. I try not to do that when I'm over there, but I've been known to I've been known to throw an American fit in Italy. So, with that being said, man, I think I'm going to let you go. I had one question. What is the one piece of technology you're excited about coming up, or one thing that you're looking at that you're researching more that maybe you don't know about, but you're learning about?
Pizza vending machine.
And then I'll let you go.
Pizza vending machine.
Pizza vending machines. Okay. All right. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that? Because that's odd. It's like picking two random words out of two different hats. So, okay, tell me a little bit about why then. They kind of piqued my interest, man.
Why pizza vending machine? Pizza vending machine is going to be an extension of the pizzerias. It's not going to replace how we consume pizza. It's going to basically shift the way that we consume pizza. I'm in an airport, I'm in a college, I'm in a mall, or it's 3 a.m. And I'm coming back from a flight and everything shut it down and I want a pizza. Of course, you got frozen pizza, you got other way to consume a pizza. But pizza vending machine is going to become another way that you can consume a pizza, an extension of a pizzerias. What we notice right now, something very simple, like it's very expensive to open a new pizza place. There's a lot of risk involved, hiring, find a perfect location, secure the location, build out, like pizza vending machine can help you to try a location, and if it works, then you decide to expand in the area on the market. Or if it doesn't work, you unplug it and you move to another location. But that's how I project that, a way to help the pizzeria to scouring other location, but also bring a pizza where otherwise it's going to be difficult to actually build a pizzeria.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. It's I don't want to say it could be a little more turnkey. Now, here's the thing, man. I mean, I don't know anything about it, but I assume you're looking at quality. I mean, even the crappiest pizza made from somebody in a pizza place is probably still better than something sitting in a vending machine. But I mean, I assume that you're not going to be selling crap, otherwise you wouldn't. So nobody would want to put it in the vending machine. So are people working on the best? Have you seen good strides in quality keeping and or freshness making from a vending machine?
That is problem too. First problem is basically like, is a technology, is a market that actually will work? Yes or no? The other problem is like, because everybody gonna try it. You go to the airport, you see a pizza vending machine, $10. Worst case scenario, I'm lost in $10. I'm not gonna go to eat that pizza anymore. But we are curious. We're gonna try. We try everything. Okay. So the problem is gonna be like the product there. So the refrigerator, the quality of the product, the oven is the most important part. There is gonna delivery like the problem is gonna be like the oven, the energy that is gonna attract from the plug. Like you're gonna create like an instant heat in 2-3 minutes. Something that a wood fire oven or a gas oven, they run 900 degree the whole day. You cannot run 900 degree an electric oven because energy is gonna, like kill you. Like you're gonna pay more in electricity. So that is the technology part that's where I really want to embrace technology to help me.
And again, just showing my age and ignorance, I'm thinking towards Back to the Future 2 and that little machine where they take the pizza disc, put it in there, and 3, 2, 1, ding, comes out all hydrated and steamy. And I mean, I like that you're looking into that, because again, you come in my mind peddling a pizza truck around town from the purest of the pure. I mean, out of all respect, I mean, that's what I'm trying to say is you had it at its core, making the dough by hand and doing that stuff. You were certified by the AVPN. I mean, that's huge. So for you to be all the way up to and embracing and looking into vending machines, I think that's pretty cool.
And I see how Neapolitan pizza, for example, how it's moving. Like wood fire oven, the technology was gas oven, and then after that was electric oven. because there is some city they don't want wood fire, so you got to embrace gas, so you embrace electricity. So there's also regulation that we need to be attempting to how I can bring my product to a town or to a city, a government that they are banning wood fire, gas oven, some new building they want everything electric. Can you still make a decent, good Neapolitan pizza there? Otherwise, what we do? We don't eat pizza anymore. Like, we have one pizzeria in town, and they got a monopoly, or I don't know, like they can do whatever. Like, we try to surf that.
Yeah. Well, and again, like you said, as a guy who always flies into Memphis at the last flight of the night, and you're walking by everything closed, if there's a pizza vending machine, I would maybe stop. Because it's another hour to my house, so
everybody.
It's the last resort. It can be the last resort, or it could be your everyday stop.
Yeah, we know that. We know it's gonna be the last resort, so that's gonna give you more pressure to create something that even if it's the last resort, like you go now to a vending machine for chips, for soda, it's not gonna replace a meal, but still it's gonna have the work done. You're gonna have something in your stomach.
But you put it in an office building, man. That's lunch every day. You're restocking that thing every week.
Apartment complex, building office, corporate office, stadium. There is some venue that need that because foot traffic regulation. They don't have space for a full kitchen. So it's better vending machine that a bag of chips.
True.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, absolutely. And I could talk with you a lot more. We're at 30 minutes, and I don't want to give away the whole thing for free. People need to go to the Pizza Power Forum in Atlanta, Georgia, September 4th and 5th, pizzapowerforum.com. Register there. Everybody check out their Instagram. It's going to have a lot of the pictures that have, the glimpses of the stories, but check out the website. You are actually hosting a pre-event party for everybody, correct? Is this what's going on? I saw something about it, so I really don't know any details. You tell me.
Yeah, so, we want to transform Atlanta as a pizza city. We see this opportunity, the Pizza Forum, to be the first one, not the last one. We got to do this every year. So 2 days before, we have a pizza class, the first in the country for Latino speaker. It's going to be a Neapolitan pizza class in Spanish with Juan G. Pizza and Alexandra Castro, both certified by the UN, both with a lot of knowledge on Neapolitan pizza making, plus me, of course. Then on Tuesday night, the night before, the Pizza Forum, we will have a small pizza party for Latinos in Pizza, PMQ, and everybody that wants to join. We're going to have a little fundraising, but it's all about bringing the community together and build something here in Atlanta, Georgia.
I love that, and I am going to probably be speaking with both of them as well. Sophia and Alexandra. I think I'm going to speak with Alexandra while you guys are out of town. So, very excited about that. I did want to say thanks to everybody who watched. Uncle Rico, pizza brings peace. You are absolutely correct, sir. Thank you very much for that. My laundry's done. That was nice. I also Jose Guerrero. Yes, when you mentioned her. Pizza Princess G, yes, I know who she was. That's exactly who I thought it might be. So yeah, she's fun. A lot of people suggest her. So do you know who this person is? So yeah. But also, Wheels Pizza Co. Nut Belly Pizza, good question. Is about the yeast. A good observation. Thank you. Wheels of Fire Pizza Company. Thanks for tuning in. What is one thing people should know about Atlanta Pizza Truck besides Atlanta is a pizza city?
What we should know about Atlanta Pizza Truck? It kind of say on the name. It's Atlanta Pizza Truck, catering, fun, or be true, be original. That's what we are.
Oh,
bringing a true taste of Neapolitan pizza to your party. That's what we're doing.
I like that. Be true, be original. It's if you had to, it's 4 words. So, it's like to be or not to be. That's 5. It took more words than that to get that message across. All All right, guys. Well, I'm going to let you go for real this time. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Stay tuned. I believe next on the 9th, we are going to be talking with Joey Carvelis of Carvelis Pizza Co. He's going to also be on that perfecting your dough panel. So I'd be interested to hear what he has to bring to it as well. So stay tuned for more great interviews and previews for the Pizza Power Forum. And happy 4th of July. I can't believe I didn't even start with that. I just got so excited to do it. But thanks for spending your holiday with us. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to go burn something.